Welcome to the Sarah Strat Show. This is a podcast about rebuilding, ambition, mindset, creativity, relationships, success, and figuring life out in real time. I'm your host and friend, Sarah Strat, and here we believe that you do not need to have everything perfectly figured out to start creating the life you want. So whether you're rebuilding, reinventing yourself, chasing after big dreams, or just trying to get unstuck, you are in the right place. I hope this podcast feels like a conversation with a friend as we all figure it out together. Now let's dive into today's episode. Ready or not? Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Today we are going to be talking about how changing your sleep habits can change your life. Diving right into it, let me just ask the question, how many hours did you sleep last night? For me, it wasn't many. I had a terrible sleep and I feel tired from not sleeping well. There's a few different things that affect my sleep right now, which is the move, adjusting to changes in my sleep routine, and the heat. It's really hot here. It's really hot right now. The summer's just started popping off, which I'm super grateful for. You know me, I love the sunshine. But it's hot. And sleep affects everything. It affects our mood. It affects our weight. It affects our focus, our relationships, our productivity, our mental health. Sleep affects all of it. It all ties in. It affects our digestion, how we feel, how we treat people, how we talk to people, how we emotionally regulate. It's all tied in. And most people, when they're trying to get healthy, they'll focus more on their diet and their exercise. And the last thing they worry about is their sleep. But sleep hygiene is so important. And the reason it matters is because that is when your body's repairing itself. And you've heard that before. You probably know that. But how much do you appreciate that your body can just repair itself overnight in sleep mode? Like when you turn your computer off for the evening and put it into rest mode. The growth hormones release while we're sleeping. Our muscles recover. All that happens during sleep. And poor sleep increases those hunger hormones, the opposite. It increases cravings for sugary sweet things or savory things to help us fill our body up with some kind of dopamine. The lack of sleep can make us feel stressed, more stressed than we already are. It can make you feel emotional, more emotional than you already were. It amplifies things. It can make you feel less resilient. And even one bad night can have a domino effect and change how you're making decisions and functioning the next day. It can change your concentration. Some of the signs that you might need to start working on your sleep are hitting the snooze multiple times. Snooze, you lose. You snooze, you lose, right? We're not supposed to hit snooze. Our bodies are made to hear that alarm once and get up out of bed. And just get up, because hitting snooze lets your body think, oh, I'll just have, 7 or 9 minutes more sleep. For what? You're not falling back asleep. You're just drifting off a little bit just to be woken up again. You're more tired from that. If you need caffeine just to function, I love caffeine to function, to sip, to have, to hold. And I would marry coffee. But if you cannot function without it, you probably need to fix your sleep a little bit. If you're feeling tired, despite spending enough hours lying in bed, maybe you're not sleeping properly, not sleeping well enough. You've got some brain fog going on. You feel foggy, not able to concentrate. You're craving sugar, junk food. These are all signs we got to get some better sleep. And one of the biggest mistakes that we make when we're trying to get to sleep is staying up late, looking at our phones. I see you looking at your phone, whatever game on your phone before bed, Sarah. Right now it's a Clash of Critters. Game's addictive. Looking at Instagram, scrolling through TikToks, those videos, those 10 to 15 second dopamine hits. Next thing you know, it's 1 a.m. and you got to get up at 6 and you're tired. That light is going into your brain. It's affecting it. It's keeping you up. It's keeping you awake. Now, whether you want to believe it or not, it is. It's keeping you awake. Watching TV. Same thing, watching TV before bed. Give yourself a bit more time with these screens off. If you are having an inconsistent sleep schedule, too much caffeine late in the day, guilty of that. Caffeine at like 2 or 3 or 4 p.m., that's going to mess up your sleep schedule, babe. If you're watching lots of stimulating content, right? So stuff that is action packed, the dopamine receptors going off as you scroll. If you dramatically switch your sleep schedule on days off, that's rough too. If you don't have smooth consistency, you're not getting up and waking up at the same time, going to bed at the same time, your sleep schedule is going to be a mess, right? Now, we can't always do that, but sleep hygiene is important. And one of those ways we deal with sleep hygiene is consistency. Using alcohol or drugs to help you get to sleep, right? You become reliant on having a couple glasses of wine, taking a sleeping pill, having a little gummy, something like that is always helping you get to sleep. It's hurting you. It's hurting you, honey. So some habits that you can use to improve your sleep right away are going to bed and waking up at the same time every day. And that's important, going to bed, waking up at the same time every day, having some kind of consistency in your life, getting outside first thing in the morning. This is hard to do. I did it a lot when I lived in London. I would get outside, walk with my coffee. It felt great. It felt so good. I don't do it now. I should. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's something I'll pick up from this podcast today, is going outside first thing in the morning. Because let me tell you, did it ever make me feel amazing to take my little coffee, go outside, go for a walk first thing in the morning, and then come home and sit down at my computer and do my work for the day. It felt great. I would even go out at lunchtime, go for a little lunch walk around the neighborhood. Although, to be fair, my neighborhood in London was the Tower of London. It was the River Thames and London Bridge and Tower Bridge. So, I mean, how could you not want to go walk around? I felt inspired every time I stepped out of my house. But we have to, make the best of the area that we have or where we're living at any given time, at any given moment. So throwing on a podcast, throwing on some music you love, and then going for a walk can be an incredible way to help improve your sleep. Reducing the bright lights at night, reducing the screens, stop looking at your phone 30 minutes, 60 minutes before bed, read a book. Books exist. Do you remember them? Remember books from your childhood? Remember books? Good old friend book. They can be really interesting. They can take you on a little magical journey before bedtime. Can feel amazing. And it's better than just watching an hour and a half or 2 hours of random TikToks that you will not remember a single one of them when you turn your phone off finally, or comparing yourself on Instagram or Facebook with other people right before bed, so that your brain is sitting there going, God, this and that. I wish I had this. I wish I had that. It's not helpful. It's not. Keeping your bedroom cool and dark, that's one of the things that has been an adjustment for me, because moving, my new house is so bright. So bright. It's so bright. And I love that, except when I'm trying to sleep. And so I do have a blackout mask, right? I have blackout curtains, but they're apparently not blacking out enough, because they used to work at my old house. I moved them over here and they're not working anymore. So I think we need to upgrade those. And creating a routine, a simple sleep, I'm ready for bed sleep routine. That can be super, super helpful. And if you start to do these things and incorporate those things into your life, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel more energetic, right? You're going to look better because you're going to feel better. You're going to look rested, right? You ever had somebody say to you, oh, you look tired? Oh, do I? Do you hate me? Right? But we do. We look tired. I'm tired right now. Because I did not sleep well. So it happens, right? You're going to feel an improved mood. You're going to feel more balanced. Your emotions are going to be able to easier to regulate. You have less anxiety, less overwhelm. You're going to notice digestion changes. Weight management is easier because you're able to have better workouts, because you've got energy and focus. You feel good. There's greater consistency in other daily habits because you're habit stacking off of sleep. Sleep, priority, and then everything else just stacks on top of it. And you will feel better. You will feel better. Create a fun morning routine too, where you wake up and you have something like, say, a ginger shot, a big glass of water and a ginger shot. I'm filming this right now at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m., after not having a great sleep, but I'm keeping my consistency with my morning habits. And I read last night and I had some tea. I tried the best I could with what I had at the time, what was available to me, right? It can't always be perfect, but we can try, and little steps every day build the bricks of the foundation that we're going to live off of, right? That is creating the consistency in the habits. It's starting slowly, one piece at a time. So in closing on this short little baby podcast, just talking about sleep habits, how we can increase them, I challenge you to improve just one habit. That was a lot of habits that we listed off. It's a lot of things to change, a lot of adjustments to tweak and make. But what is one of those things that you can add into your habits this week? Comment in the comment section below which of these things you're going to try to adjust this week, and answer the question, what would your life look like if you woke up feeling rested every day? What would your life look like? How would it change if you felt rested and recovered every day that you woke up? And I want to encourage you to try for just 1 week to track your sleeping habits. See where it is that you're going wrong. Notice what you're doing. Don't try to change everything that week, but notice if you're scrolling on your phone, if that's a habit that you have, if you're drinking coffee after 1 p.m. We think caffeine doesn't last as long as it does in our system. It really does. I had a Coke Zero last night, probably way too late. I don't even know, 10 p.m. There goes my sleep. The better feeling you for tomorrow starts tonight. It starts this evening with that one change you're going to incorporate. It starts today with taking care of yourself and prioritizing your well-being and your health and your mental health by sleeping better. I love you. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for listening to the Sarah Strat Show. If today's episode resonated with you in any way, I'd really appreciate if you took a moment to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share this episode with someone who might need to hear it too. It genuinely helps support the show and allows our community to grow. You can also find more information, updates, and resources at sarahstrat.com, and join me across all social platforms at Sarah Strat to continue the conversation and follow the journey. And if you're also rebuilding, reinventing yourself, healing, chasing a big dream, or just trying to figure life out one step at a time, I hope this podcast reminds you that you're not alone in that. Thank you for being here, and thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you in the next episode of the Sarah Strat Show. Until then, keep going, keep growing, and remember, you do not need to have everything figured out to begin. You can start whether you're ready or not.